Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Axiom Verge. Let me just check the map. It's been probably about 12 hours since I last played, so enough that I would possibly forget where I am. So yeah, we've unlocked a lot of abilities and a lot of things that we could certainly do that we wouldn't have been able to do the first time we were in an area like this. That being said, it doesn't look like there's too much of anything to find that I haven't found yet. This is also the area that we sent our little rovers at to. We sent our remote drones all over this area. And I'm not really expecting to find anything. It would be questionable what I would even find, frankly. So we're working our way back into the central area, and this would have been the very beginning of the game, where we would have just had basically no ability to go anywhere or do anything other than drill, and drilling has long since been forgotten as an unimportant and unnecessary ability, and now we're trying to figure out if we can get through the breaches, because one way, which would be to get through them to just get from the left side of a breach to the right side of the breach, or if we're going to find that the breaches unlock a new world. If it does unlock a new world, I will say that I've looked at the achievements, and it doesn't strike me as there being like a dozen more enemies that you're going to get achievements for defeating. Now, does that mean that there aren't a dozen more enemies? Not guaranteed, but it seems likely to be the case. I suspect we actually are pretty close to the end, but it will be just a matter of knowing the right location to go to and knowing the right thing to do. Coming back through this direction is a little bit more difficult than coming through this direction. But here we are. We're now back into the section that we could not reach, and frankly we could have reached this direction now, because we have the grapple. So yeah, before this point I could not make this jump. If I use the double dash that I can do in the air now, I can make it, but also I could have done this to get to this point, which tells me that there's, with the exception of the breaches, probably not anything else to find. So what we want to work our way towards is the face in the lower right hand corner, and then if we find that the face in the lower right hand corner is nothing, which I imagine we will. We've been up here several times. I seriously doubt there's anything else here. I seriously question a lot of things here. Like, is it possible that since this was a game made by just a individual developer, which is what I'm getting as the explanation, is it possible that they left the inventory open to add DLC and add more items later. Or maybe there's a new game plus mode. I will say this game does feel like it is doing its best to add value with the speedrun mode and stretching this game out a little bit more than probably it should. Interesting. There's an achievement for de-rezzing all of these guys, like at least one of every enemy, which I assume that doesn't include people that I wouldn't have been able to de-res. Is it worth it to sit here and collect more health? Probably not. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to de-res bosses. And let's see, this is another one of these dungeons areas, so I should look around and see if there's something around here to find. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Ah, the membrane parts. And lo, a foreign body enters the rift. Trace, this is Veruska. Thanks to you, the repair drones have revived her. I'm glad to see you're okay. So, what is it you do here? I am but a humble predator, like yourself. We have much in common. Predator? Maybe you can explain that a bit. I speak of the exposed, trembling viscera of a riven red, the succulent organelles of life, excised, masticated, and ultimately. Versica is dreamer, special kind of Rusalka for making mind worlds. We all make mind worlds, my dear, just not everybody admits to it. Anyway, some time ago I stole the Athetos, although I'm probably going to go back to calling it Athetos. I stole one of Athetos's device, but I could not make it work. You can find it in the back. Sounds good. Nice to meet you. So, yeah, so I already have that device. And I don't think I can teleport myself over here. Oh, I guess I can. Alright. Well, then we'll see if perhaps there's something more over in this area. We'll just look and see if there's anything anywhere. It's silly, really, because there's probably a way to get to a lot of these areas now that I've already been in as the remote droid, but I'm not sure that really means I need to be in these areas. This is a great example. There's nothing here. So we now know the hacking device is an Athetos device, which tells us very possibly that we're on the wrong side again, which is not super surprising. The thing here, though, is we only have one code, one password, so that doesn't help us any. And this doesn't move us forward in the gameplay in any way. We're still pretty much in the exact same position. And there's not a lot to do. Let's see. Let's look at the map. Yeah, let's go through here. And I'm really only saving as a convenient way of getting out of a place. Now, what might suck here more than anything else is we may very well realize I need to go back into that breach area that was memories that Trace told me not to go into. The remnant, I think is what they called it, not a breach. I'm mixing story. Because there might be something in that area to collect or get. Alright. I'm gonna just make the assumption that we are in a position where I can run all the way up without too much of a problem. And it's nice that they put these little shortcuts in here. It's probably sucky that they made it so obvious that I found these shortcuts on the first try. And I don't think there's really a reason to go to the left on either of the two doors that are on the side here, because I kind of know where those land, and oops, I didn't mean to do that. Since we kind of know where those two areas go, that might be a convenient fast travel. Although we may find that there actually is no good point in this gameplay loop to actually use the fast travel, particularly if you kind of know what you're doing. Alright. So. Can I not? I'll just dash, I guess. I gotta remind myself to use the D-pad and not use the... Seriously? Alright, fine. The game's still not really gonna let me get through that. Oh, look, they eliminated that character. Nice. Alright, so then the question would become, when we come over here in this area, is there some door that I possibly missed in anything? Or am I going the wrong way? Let's see. Yeah, this feels like this would be a lot of work to get up, to go to the side, to go to just a boss fight. I don't want to take this trip quite yet. I very well may just need to actually work my way back to the third face, Ophelia. Third character, Ophelia. She may be the next person I need to talk to. Although she was kind of already repaired, so it's almost like I need to find yet another base. Let's see. I would say I like the music, but in all fairness, I'm not sure that the music is the right music for this game or this story that's being told. Alright. There's still a lot of distance that we're gonna have to cover, and I'm just hoping I'm not wasting time. this will be our save spot to respawn at. Let's see. Just keep on jumping. Man, it really does kind of go in circles. Hey, wait, here's something. I can stand on this laser and it doesn't hurt me. And on top of that, that makes a shortcut so I can get over here. I could dash through all of this and not really sure where this all leads, but I kind of know it ends. Really wish I could zoom in on the map a little bit more. Let's see. Right. This is still kind of difficult to do. This isn't hurting me, but I'm having to be one cube higher than I'd like to be. Alright. Alright. So on this, I may have messed that up. Yeah, it still may not be capable of getting up there. I think all I have to do is tap B and hold left, and this will get me up there. Still kind of feels like a triple jump would be appreciated. Alright. Now the grappling is going to confuse the issue somewhat. Just need to make it up to this next room. Alright. Now, I believe what we're doing for this next section is trying to get as much height as possible to shoot this over, not here, but way up there, because I think there probably is a collectible over there. If there is another little collectible in this area and I only had 2 markers, which feels like there's a slight possibility that that is the case, I definitely don't remember that. It's easier just to kill these guys than it is to de-res them. Let's see. There we go. Trying to see these little black spots. Clearly there's some points I did not look at, and so they're not marked on the map. So we'll just throw that direction, and alright, that tells me that there's nothing there, and this black square tells me there's probably nothing there, and that black square, I assume I've already gotten that. I think I have. but that fixes the map somewhat. I have managed to do enough damage to myself to actually be in some danger, but part of this is not my fault. If enemies are gonna just fall from the ceiling on top of me, I don't think I deserve to take the blame for that one. Alright. Switching still between the left and the left stick and the D-pad. Neither of which work with any level of accuracy. Alright, let's just shoot that over. Almost certainly there is a way to get further than that. Let's see. Oh man, this double jump just happens. I wish there was a way to disable it, or you know, have it in any way be like logically connected. But I almost never go into a game and change the settings on the controls. That's just not my thing. I don't want to be persnickety about it, or complain. If the game developer wants me to have a horrible time with the controls, then I'll criticize that, certainly, but thinking I can do better is not something that I'm usually going for. Frankly, it's just a waste of time, usually. So you see that ledge, and so this is basically going to be jump off the edge, dab, down, and then see if you can get far enough for it. And there is a collectible there, but I am not high enough, and I don't see how he could make it. Like there's no platform anywhere close to this. So either there's another jump we're gonna get, or maybe we'll get like even a hover jetpack or something. Something really insane that you wouldn't even think about. See, the in-the-air double jumps don't really log anything as far as a diagonal movement. It's still very much, I could push forward on a double jump to get to a little bit to the left, or I could jump and then double up and then see if I can shoot upward, but I would have to, after the double jump, switch to the left. So it would have to be something like that, except for in the other direction. So I'm gonna have to just believe that this is not something I can do yet, because I don't feel like I'm anywhere close. Now, next part of this is something I'm hoping I can do. Oh, I so wish this was smooth controls. This game would be twice as good if it had just smooth controls in it. It's so crazy it doesn't. Alright. So this way is, I don't think, the right direction for anything. And I don't think that there's really anything that I would miss out on by skipping that. These guys are just crawling on this ceiling. Yeah, if there was a hole somewhere in this, that would be cool. And I'll just jump up here just to make sure I don't see anything. But that number one thing, by the way, is just a it really is just a pickup, so it's not something that should be a major concern. Let's see. Seems like I could probably get up one to a little area up there, but that's kind of all. Everything else, the chances of me just accidentally working up to a higher location, pretty low. So we were trying to figure out a way through this. And it still seems like there's not a way through this. Nothing close. Yeah, and look, there is like this, but then that gate is locked. So unless I get an ability that lets me double jump and then swap with my remote droid, which would be an excellent ability to unlock, this is not the location we need to be at. And so we're still kind of left with this weird question about where is the next bit of the gameplay that we're supposed to be playing. If I go further to the right, I'm just looking to see if there's any door, anything that would make any sense. These things are attacking me like crazy. This is a terrible position, because you have to deal with those guys. Jump, double jump, then swing and use the B, and then swing and use B some more. Unless there was something I could do with this guy? Oh, there is something I can do with this guy. Interesting. We've just learned a new trick. Oh, seriously? Seriously, game? You're gonna do me dirty like that? Let's get back to our regular gun. Yeah. 30 minutes of struggle to make what should have probably been 5 minutes of progress. And sensitivity on the L stick is part of the problem. I probably should turn it down. Right. So let's ask a simple question. Can I just shoot this way and then have the remote drone take care of it for me? Absolutely. So, that's a power node. There's 4 more of those in the game somewhere. Let's see. I guess maybe I could even phase through this if this was just that high, yeah. And we can see if the remote drone finds anything else, but yep, it's not really striking me as there being anything else here. With the exception of the address disruptor, all the abilities you would need to look for a secret are already there. So I'm gonna clear that secret. Well, this sucks. I don't know how you don't say it doesn't. You're left in this position where there's kind of nothing going on, and I found nothing, and we're just wandering around having small conversations. Yeah, there's no collectible over here, as far as it seems. I guess we kind of know that there are 2 more areas, and that probably is a bit of an indicator. I guess it is now possible to slightly jump past these guys. Yeah, that might be a small indicator that there are a couple more bosses to fight. But the only time this game has even begun to pretend like it was going to help you in any way. It's interesting there's no transition room here. Is when yeah. So we've been on both sides of this, but we just run into breaches on either side of that. So I'm gonna have to actually take the fast travel area that's lower. And unless that moving head talks to me, which if it did, I'd be more than happy for that. There's not a lot of conversation. I think I just think this is just a moving thing. Now maybe there are some secrets that could be found from going all the way back here. If, like, you can see, first of all, can we talk to this? Nope. So we found secrets before when we de-resed certain enemies, but I will have to run through all this. So yeah, that de-reses that. We can de-res this if it's jumping at me, and de-res that, and apparently they jump heavier when these guys are corrupted. There's some worms that might have something on them. Well, and that managed to kill me. And where did I save last? Like way up here. Well, on that disappointment, I should have, I guess, found a save point looked at my life more cautiously. Yeah, we really didn't do a lot in 30 minutes, and we may not do too much in the next 30 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.